YouTube, welcome back to Cassandra's Kitchen, where I eat to live and not live to eat. Today I'm going to be making a banana spring roll. I'm going to do a little copycat version of PF Chang's. So if you're interested in seeing what I do, stay tuned and I'll show you. Alright guys, so what we're going to need to make our banana spring rolls, of course we're going to need bananas, and you want to get ripe bananas. My bananas were really ripe. I put them in the refrigerator to stop the aging, so they got a little brown looking, but they're actually really good on the inside, and you can see that in a moment, but they're really ripe. You want ripe bananas. You want to get you some egg roll wraps. They have the vegan egg roll wraps, which is from Nasoya. You can get these at your Kroger or your Walmart. I think Sprouts may have them as well, but I believe I got mine at Kroger or Walmart, one of the two. But they're the Nasoya vegan egg roll wraps. We're gonna need that. And then all I have here, because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna season my banana before I wrap it in a little bit of, have just a little bit of sugar, cinnamon, and allspice. Down in here, I'm gonna do a little sprinkle of that on my banana to get them wrapped. And then we're gonna get these deep fried in some grapeseed oil. And then I'm gonna also pair them with some ice cream, some caramel, homemade caramel, and some fruit. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this video, but I do have some help here in Cassandra's Kitchen today. So I'm gonna invite my nieces and my granddaughter over into the kitchen. Come on over, guys. Y'all gonna be my helpers today?
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and introduce yourselves to the camera. Let everybody know who you are.
I am Ariana.
Ariana, so this is my granddaughter, Ariana. Y'all know who Ariana is. And Camila, this is my niece. And my other niece, Naima. So, okay. So there's some of my biggest supporters here in Cassandra's Kitchen. So I wanted to give them an opportunity to come into kitchen and help me today. They've been spending the day with me. So I'm like, we're going to do some banana egg rolls or spring rolls. And they're like, yay. So these are really good, guys. I mean, I don't know if you've ever eaten at PF Chang's. I have, and when I go there, I try to get the vegetable rice. But this is what I really go for, is the banana egg rolls. I haven't been there in so long, but I love these. And so the only thing is their ice cream that they serve with is not vegan, so be careful for that. But you can definitely enjoy the egg rolls. And well, I don't even know if the egg rolls are vegan now. I haven't been there in so long. They may not be, so that's another thing, because they may not be using the vegan wrap, so be careful of that. That's why I actually make my own. But what we're gonna do is we're going to start off by peeling our bananas. I said potatoes, bloopers. But see, my bananas are good and ripe. They're not spotted on the inside. But what I did, they were starting to get too ripe on the counter, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to slow this down a little bit. So I put them in the refrigerator for a couple of days just to slow down the aging process on here. But these are excellent because they're going to be good, and they're going to be sweet, and they're going to just be yummy for your tummy. If you really like them, do what?
Say yummy.
Say yummy. It's right. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get these peeled. So what I'm going to let you guys do is help me roll them, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and get them out of the peel right now. So that way, it'll be easier for us to get this going. But you guys, it's simple and easy. You just want to start off with some really ripe bananas. Because if you don't use ripe bananas and they're really not, they're green, they're not going to taste as good. This is a dessert. So we're not looking for a potato. We're looking for a nice sweet dessert. And these are amazing. So yeah, this one is a little spotted, but it is still good. So that's fine. And I do have my oil on. I have some grapeseed oil behind me warming up as well. It's not going to take us very long to get these rolled. But this is fun. And they're so freaking good. Oh my gosh, y'all. These are delicious. Okay, let's see. Can I get one of you ladies to slide me that garbage can over? Because I'm going to move some of this trash out of my way. Can y'all get it? Well, here, I'll come. Let me do this. Let me just come over there. That's okay. Now, we're going to set it down. Y'all my big helpers. One of y'all just put your foot on it. Open it up for me. There you go. Thank you. All right, let me get this rinsed off. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, and this is not required, but I want to season the inside of my bananas a little bit before I put them into the wrap. So I got a little bit of sugar, cinnamon, and allspice. And all I'm going to do is just do a little sprinkle. We're going to do a little sprinkle, okay? So look, guys, this is all you're going to do. So if y'all making this without me, we're just going to do a little sprinkle, okay? This is just to give the bananas just a little flavor on the inside. You know, when you bite down, the banana's already sweet. We're going to give it just a little bit more sugar and cinnamon and nutmeg. Like I said, it's not necessary. It's optional. Okay. So now that we got that important piece out of the way, Naima, can you get me a butter knife out of the middle drawer, please? Thank you, ma'am. All right, so we're going to make these half the size. So we're going to cut our bananas in half. Okay. And if they're really, really big, you can cut them in threes, but mine are kind of smaller bananas, so we're going to do halves. And then when we do the egg rolls, of course, we will cut them again to make them really cute. All right, so this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to let you guys see it, how to do this, and then we'll finish up the job, and then we'll come back on and show you guys how to cook them. But what you want to do, and what I'm going to do, because a lot of times I like to seal, I usually take a little bit of water and have it sitting on the side just to seal the ends, you know, seal the deal. So we're going to take our egg roll, and it's just like wrapping a burrito or anything else. But I do make sure you guys can get a good look at this. So I like to do corner to corner like this. Can we see that, guys?
Yeah.
Up there, can you guys see that on video? Okay. Corner to corner, like you're doing an envelope. And then just roll it really tight. And then like you licking the envelope seal, just put that water on the edge, and that's all you do. So that's your banana roll, spring roll. We're gonna do one more for the camera, just to make sure that everyone out there has the technique down. We're gonna take the banana, we're gonna put it in the middle of the egg roll wrapper. We're going to go corner to corner. Then we're going to make it like an envelope. And then we're going to roll it up. And then we're going to seal with just a little bit of our water we have on the side. We're going to seal the deal. That's all you do. So quick, easy. And then we're going to get these fried. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up here, guys. And then we're going to take you over to the stove and show you how we cook these. Okay, I wanted to come back on because they actually want to show you guys that they're able to roll these. So, Miss Ariana gonna get an egg banana. They're like, we want to show them. I was like, okay, I got you, girl. Yeah, here, let me help you. Just make sure this is on there. That one kind of came apart. There you go. Now go ahead and do your thing. Real tight. There you go. And I'll put your water on for you. Now show them what you did. See, even the kids can do this. So much fun. Okay, who's going to go next? All right, Miss Camila. There you go. Yep, use two hands. There you go. Yeah. Here, you got it. Just push it up a little bit more. There you go. So be good and tight. Start back here and roll it real tight. There you go. Yeah. Roll it real tight. See? Now show them what you did. All right. Good job. Y'all gonna be taking over Cassandra's kitchen more often. So, all right, Miss Naima, Princess Naima. Turn it that way. No, you had it right. Start with your sides. You had it. I'm just helping you get that in there. And then just hold it up like an envelope and go real tight. Yep, just make sure you get all the little air out. You got it. Just kind of, if you got a little bit too much, there you go. Just go backwards and then forward. Yay. All right. See, guys, they just want to show you that, hey, they are taking over Cassandra's kitchen and they're going to do this thing. So I'm going to let y'all finish wrapping these up. And again, we'll be back in just a moment. All right, guys, so we are ready to now drop these in our oil. Again, I have some grapeseed oil here in my pot. It's at temperature. So I want to get those down in there because you don't want to get it extremely hot, but you don't want to get it, I think it's at temperature. Let me see. I thought it, yeah, it's starting to fry. Just want to make sure because these are egg rolls and they want to cook kind of quick. Yeah, it's starting to float here. Okay, yeah. I was a little worried. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought my grease was at temperature. So we'll go ahead and get another one in here. Might want to just be a little bit hotter, but it's coming. It's getting there. I don't want to turn it up extremely too hot, but it's getting there. But you definitely want to make sure your oil is at a good temperature, so when you drop them in, they'll start to fry immediately and not sit. I could have probably waited a couple of more minutes on my oil, but it is going. I didn't want to get it extremely hot and burn my shells either. I want them to cook nicely browned with a nice flaky crust. So let's see. There we go. And they're floating, so yeah. So what you want to do, you just basically want to watch, watch them. You want to kind of turn them a little bit because with any egg roll, they kind of always turn back to the side for whatever reason. I don't know why when I cook egg rolls, they always want to flip to the side that's already browned. So you just want to definitely watch them. Have your pair of tongs or something that you can toss and turn them in the oil with so they can evenly cook. But that's what we're going to do here. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes to cook each batch. But again, this first batch may take a little bit longer because, this is the first heated cycle of the oil. And once you start to cook, that oil is going to be rotating the boiling process of that. So, but yeah, so it's starting to bubble up my shells here a little bit. I can see it down in there. And like I said, I wanted to have it hot enough to flake and brown my shells, but not hot where it just overcooks them way too fast. That's what I didn't want to do. But you don't want to cook them too slow either to have a mushy mushy center from the bananas on the inside of them. And you want to have something that you can catch your oil. So whenever your egg rolls are done, you want to have a paper towel to soak up the excess oil in them. So I'm just got a plate and some paper towel there. I'm going to set that to the side so I can get those immediately on there as they come out, because that's going to help get those drained. So again, my fire is between medium and medium high, or high and between medium and high, so it's on medium high. But again, like I said, this is the first batch, so I think the second batch will be a little bit more realistic as far as how they cook, because right now it seems like my oil is still just a little under temperature. It's boiling, but it's just a little under temperature there. So we're gonna let these go ahead and finish up. I'll come back on in just a second, let you guys see what they're doing, and then more so on the second batch. All right, guys, so these have cooked, and the oil has gotten a lot hotter, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this batch out. This was fresh grease, so they're not gonna be as dark, but these are actually really nice and golden. I'm gonna drain as much oil out of these before we place them on our paper towel. And we'll go back and do our next batch. Our next batch will be a little bit better because the oil is already up to the temperature that it needs to be. But I just want to give you guys an up close. This is what they look like so far. You know, so we really want this right here because they had to cook a little longer. They just kind of unraveled a little bit, but the next batch will be perfect. So just want to make sure they get good and brown and they're hard. So that's just what I wanted to show you. But now that our oil is up to par, I'm going to go ahead and get some more down in there. And they're not going to take as long, and they're going to brown a lot quicker. So just wanted to show you guys that, and I'll come back once I'm done cooking these. All right, guys, so we have finished up cooking the egg rolls or spring rolls. For the most part, everyone turned out really nice. When you put it on the paper towel, just put it on there for a couple of seconds, lift it up because of the sugar and the sweetness. You don't want it to stick. I don't know if you guys can see this. We have one to come apart. So if you have one to come apart, it might not have been sealed that tight. Don't be too hard on yourself. I had one come apart as well. But for the most part, they turned out really nice. And as you can see here, these have already drained, but you want to get them off of that paper towel as soon as possible because they will start to stick, and you don't want paper towel stuck to your spring rolls. So next thing we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and make our homemade icing that we're going to drizzle on top of these, and then we're going to pair it with some berries, some fresh berries, and some powdered sugar and a little ice cream on the side. Because again, we're doing the PF Chang mock. So here, this is what we got so far. So come on over or watch me here do my homemade icing. All right, so now we're gonna make a little bit of caramel, not icing, okay? I said icing, but it's caramel. We're gonna make a little bit of caramel. So I'm just gonna do a half a stick of butter. Now the more caramel you want, you can double this recipe. So I'm doing a half a stick of butter. I'm gonna do a half a cup of brown sugar. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in my milk, which is, I'm actually going to start off with a fourth a cup. I have a half a cup here, but I may just need a fourth a cup. So we're going to start off with just a fourth a cup of milk. And depending on how thick I want it or how loose, I can add that other little bit if I need it. But this is what you want to do. We want to get this mixed together, and you want your temperature to be on high for this because we're going to caramelize just the butter, the sugar, and the milk. And we got that little bit of vanilla in there for the extra flavoring of our caramel. And it's just going to take a moment, but you want to constantly stir because you don't want this to be lumpy or anything like that, but you want to bring this to a rolling boil, because what that boil does is causes this mixture to thicken and to caramelize or be like a little candy texture like caramel. So, but this is what we're going to use to drizzle over top of our spring rolls. But I have that in there, and like I said, you want to make sure this comes to a nice boil, and it's going to start to thicken up as it boils. This is one way you can make caramel. For those that don't like to use a lot of sugars or things like that, you know you can use dates and make a date caramel as well. Blend your dates with a little bit of milk and it will do just the same. So, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to let this boil for a second. As it starts to roll and thicken how I want it to be, I'll come back on and let you see it. And then we'll be done with our caramel. Okay, see, it's come now to a really good boil. If you could look on I want to use this knife so you can kind of see it's thickening up. So the thicker you want your caramel, because it's going to thicken as it sits even the more. But if you stare, you just kind of get it on your spoon or your knife, and you can see the thickening of it. I'll make sure y'all can see this. See it there? So the longer you let it cook, the thicker it will become. But it tastes just like caramel. It tastes so good. So, but I'm just gonna let this boil for about another 2-3 minutes because it's getting to the consistency. See how it's staying on there? And like I said, we're gonna just drizzle this over top of our banana spring rolls. But I'm gonna let this go. But the longer you let it boil, the thicker your caramel will become. Look at that. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm trying to make sure I get it in the angle of the camera because that you guys can see. But yeah, you want it to boil just like this. It's gonna foam up as that butter and sugar and everything together. And it's gonna foam up. But just let that cook for a second. So I'm gonna go let this cook for another minute or two. This is really done. And we're gonna do the drizzle. And then we're gonna do the final touches on our spring rolls. Simple and easy. All right, so here we are, guys. We're gonna put the final touches on our spring rolls. And so I have my caramel here. It's nice how I want it. See that? Nice caramel. You can cook it a little longer. If you're gonna cook it longer, you want it thicker, just definitely watch it because it will burn. It's sugar, guys. So what you want to do, you want to take your caramel. You just want to take a spoon, and we're just going to drizzle this over our spring rolls. Okay? You can do as much as you like or as little as you like. We're just going to do the drizzle all across here. I'm going to do another little drizzle here. Okay, and we have plenty of caramel for extra. And then what we're going to do also, because I'm going to be using my Monk powdered sugar, I'm going to put a little bit of my powdered sugar in my little strainer here. And again, this is all for decoration. Okay, and we're just going to take our Monk sugar. We're going to start at one end, and we're just going to pat it down to give it a sprinkle there. See how easy that is, guys? Okay, put the rest of that back in here. And then what we're also going to do, we're going to pair that with some berries. I have some organic blueberries from Simple Truth, and I have the Berry Melody also from Simple Truth. So these two, we got the blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. And that's what we're going to use for our spring rolls here. But I want to give you guys a real close up here again of our banana spring rolls. Don't they look beautiful, guys? So this is our copycat or mock PF Chang's spring rolls. So we're gonna plate these up, and I'm gonna let you guys see what they taste like. All right, guys, here you have it, our copycat PF Chang's banana spring rolls. Guys, we did our thing in the kitchen today. Does this look good, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good. It looks good. Yeah, and we have another little helper here. Say hi. Can you say hi to the camera? Hi, this is my grandson, Chase. He decided to come and help us out in the kitchen today. This is the one that's usually in the background, probably making a bunch of noise and crying. He's done grew up a little bit now. High five me, Mom. Yeah, there you go, baby. So, but he ain't going to want to taste none of this. He might eat some fruit because this is my little picky eater. Another one, y'all met one, which was Kylie, but this is another one. He ain't going to taste none of this but some fruit. Anything else, he's going to be like, I don't want it. But, so we have our banana spring rolls. I did pair it with a little bit of So Delish butter pecan ice cream, drizzled with a little bit of my homemade caramel. You see the caramel on here, and we have our frozen fruits. You can use fresh berries as well, but it's kind of hard to find fresh organic berries. So a lot of times I just revert to the frozen because I can get them organic. But this is the dish. Hopefully, can you take this up and let them make sure they can see it in front of the camera, Naima? Just walk up a little bit. and let them make sure they can see the dish up close. So raise it up a little higher. And so yeah, can y'all see that? We just want y'all to see the presentation. Okay, thank you, Miss Naima. You can bring it back over here now. So, guys, now it's time for our taste test. So we have 3 spoons here. So who are those 3 spoons for? You guys, make some noise. Come on, y'all gotta talk. Can't be too shy in front of the camera. So y'all ready to give this a try?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you gonna try some too? Okay, here's some napkins or paper towels. So y'all can have. So Chase, what do you want to try? What you want to eat? You gonna try something off of there? You want the strawberry? Get it. You can have the strawberry. I told you guys. He's not gonna eat nothing but the strawberries or the fruit. You like it? Good? Good, okay. So he's gonna eat the fruit. You guys go ahead and dig in and let them know what it tastes like. Y'all know y'all gonna dig in. They going to straight ice cream. Get y'all some of those berries and try the banana. You can lose some caramel. That homemade caramel tastes good. Tastes like straight out of a jar, right? It's good. Now I want y'all to pick up those banana rolls and tell them what they taste like. So what y'all think? They're good. So y'all like them? Y'all do? Okay. So what y'all give them a thumbs up? Y'all, they do get a thumbs up? Okay, guys. So these are my little helpers. My hands are full, but I know they're good. I've already tried them, but I want you guys to try them. This is our banana spring rolls. Again, they're a bit of a copycat from P.F. Chains, but if you try them and you like them, you know what to do. What? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. And of course, share this video. And if you haven't already subscribed to Cassandra's Kitchen, what are you waiting on? Subscribe. I would love to have you guys follow me here in the kitchen. So until the next video, until next time, we love you guys. Peace. Bye-bye now.